That's awesome. I saw Jeff at some point. All right, Mike, just so you know, I'm the only one with an IFB, so. Yeah, Uncle Sam has a 4-color tie, too. Should be. You just turned it on. Yep, he has 489125. I like that. Looks like nope. Well, to be fair, it was a both teams.
Our camera extraordinaire doing well. There's our camera extraordinaire doing well.
Watch out for the flyer. We already had one kid knock out our setup. It happens.
Not getting quarter.
But you're also on the peak. Yeah. That's a little prettier.
embarrassing.
Hi there, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I'm John Luck with Jeff Fowler. We are coming to you from the center of Bridgewater here in Central Square. And we are just a few minutes away from getting this parade off and running. Jeff, you're on the 4th of July committee. You gave us a heads up. We're probably about 5 minutes or so away from seeing the first fire trucks coming through.
We are, yeah. Another smooth beginning to our parade. It's off and running. We got a great crowd here. This morning, looks like the weather's holding out. We're a lot drier than we were last year, so we'll take it.
You said this last year.
I did, but I mean it this year.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right. So if you are watching us live on YouTube, let's give you a layout of the day. Obviously, we're here to do the parade. Now, if you're around the Bridgewater area from now until, I believe, 3 o'clock over at Boyd and Quad, there's the Arts and Music Festival. A lot of great artists taking part in that, and music acts as well, and great food. So that goes on until 3 o'clock at Bridgewater State University's Boyd and Quad. Then at Legion Field, Jeff, we're going to party with about 10,000 people.
We are. We got a great day planned out here. All day, come on down. It's all family fun. We've got, as you mentioned, the Arts Festival going on right now. As a matter of fact, we have vendors who have come in from Maine. We have vendors who have come in from Connecticut. Lots of great variety. Noritar does an amazing job with that every year. We also that's at Bridgewater State, right at Boyd and Quad. We've got the parade going now. We have our carnival that starts at 4 p.m. down at Legion Field. A lot of kiddie rides down there. If you want to beat the lines, if you want to beat the crowds, head right down there. At 4 p.m., as you mentioned, we'll have the music going too. And then, of course, the fireworks at 9:30. And everything is going on. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. There's talk, rumors of maybe a shower. We're going to roll with it, but come on down. Bring a poncho if you want to and keep the rain away. If people bring ponchos, it won't rain. That's how it works.
Yeah, you're in a gazebo, so you can say that.
There you go.
But one thing, we always hear this from people, this is a town event, so the town pays for it. We go through this every year. It is a town event, but the town doesn't pay for it. This is all fundraising money here. And this is a group of 7 people leading the charge.
It is. So the town's people support this amazingly. The town's businesses support this. We have great partnerships with police, fire, highway. But you're right, this is not a town department. This is not an official town activity, which is okay. I mean, we're very appreciative that this is a privately funded event. It actually is a benefit to the community that it is. And we enjoy it every year. We enjoy the fundraising events too. We've had an amazing partnership this year with Barrett's. I know we're going to talk about that a little bit, but Mike Barrett and his family have been tremendous supporters. But all the businesses that have reached out, and all of our residents, and it sounds cliche, but literally, John, every dollar, every quarter, it really adds up. We've had people say, I can only afford $5. I said, well, you and 100 other people afforded $5, and that was a $500 donation. And so every dollar really does help.
And hypothetically, if you do quick math, I'm class of BR 2008, so my math's kind of sketchy. But let's say there's 10,000 people at Legion Field tonight. They all throw a $5 bill in there. Your fireworks are basically paid for, right?
Yep, pays for the entire event. Yep.
And the great thing about today is, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. We don't need to get into it. But today is just a day to have fun. And I think that's a great thing. We're looking down here at Central Square. Usually we're used to seeing cars coming through here at 10, 12 in the morning. But we look down, there's people about 4 or 5 rows deep, which is cool to see.
Yeah, the great part of today, is we have the ability to have debates. We have the ability to be, passionate about what we believe in. And we have the ability to come together and have conversations and have agreements or disagreements. And at the end of the day, who cares? Because we're all American, we're all Bridgewater, and we're all each other's neighbors and friends. And yes, so the beauty of this event, the tradition goes on for many years. I can remember many years ago having town meetings in June and having them make very difficult decisions, budgetary decisions, and then come out, 4 days later and come together and have a wonderful event and celebration. And that's really what today's all about.
And we're going to see floats here. We're going to see fire trucks coming through here. We're going to see police officers coming through here. We're going to see businesses, but we're also going to see great causes as well. I believe Cash Strong has a float coming through here, the 7 Line Project with a bunch of Jeeps coming through here. So a little bit of everything here in this place.
It is, and it's great for people to see what opportunities are out there. So, if you are looking for volunteer opportunities, if you're looking for groups and causes to join, you'll be seeing them out here today. And you're right, John, that's what it's about. It's about community. It's about coming together. It's about helping us out, because at the end of the day, that's what makes all of us strong.
So again, we're just waiting for the fire trucks to come through here, but I'm looking up and down the sidewalks here. We got a little bit of everything. We got some Uncle Sam hats. I remember last year we had some squid hats, I believe.
We do, yeah. And we got, and it's the great thing I see is we see folks from ages, 8 to 80. It's a large group here, and they're all together and all sharing the event, and they're all ready to go here and have some fun, which is a great idea. And I do want to, before we get too far here, thank our wonderful committee who puts in an amazing effort every year. And so Lisa Bazell Curley, Scott Curley, Keith Buell, Lauren Harrington, Sarah Cashman, Nancy Wood, Robin Murray, and I'm hoping I'm not forgetting any names. We have so much support all year long. We do have a small committee, but we have a wonderful town, and that's the big part. We have folks who do stuff behind the scenes who really, don't want any recognition, don't want to be named. They just want to be a part of the event. And it goes to show, what Bridgewater is all about and has been for a long years. We have people who are coming today, visiting from out of state, who come to this town because they know that Bridgewater is the place to be on the 4th of July. And even if you haven't made donations, if you had dinner at Barrett's any Monday, from Patriots Day right on through last Monday, you supported us. If you go to the carnival tonight and you buy tickets for the rides, you've supported us. If you go to any of the food vendors, you've supported us. So there are a lot of ways to do it, and 100% of this money all goes right back to the community and goes back to today's event, and any money that we have left over is carried over to next year, and we want to be able to do that to make sure we're able to carry this for many years to come.
So if you buy a thing of fried dough tonight or 2 things of fried dough tonight, then you're supporting the 4th of July.
The event. Exactly. Yeah. So there's many ways to do it. All of the vendors who are here with us, they give back to us. Many of the restaurants in town, we've had events at Black Hat Brew Works. We've had events at Greyhound. We've had events in the past with Emma's. A lot of your businesses, and they've all been a great support. You hear in the background the Bridgewater and Tiffin Brass Society, who is also a part of this event. They've been supported by many folks in the town. They've been supported by the Cultural Council, so they've also helped us, which is great. And a lot of our local churches. We have First Parish, who is selling food today and doing fundraisers. We have Central Square Congregational, who's opened their doors for folks if they need to use the restroom or just take a break from the weather, which is very nice. And many folks have opened up their doors and have embraced this event. And a lot of folks have taken time away from their families today, too, to be here and to work and volunteer, and we really appreciate that. I have to give a shout-out to the CERT team as well, because every year these folks are here. They give their time, and every year we can count on them to help out with public safety issues, which is huge.
And people are watching this. We're going to be here every year, especially during the parade, but let's say people are watching this and they know of the fireworks, they want to help out with the fireworks. The committee is always looking for new members, right?
We are, and you can give as much time as you have. We do have some meetings, but you can also just do stuff on your own time, and sometimes it's as easy as passing out a flyer or setting up a sign or just helping with our social media, getting the word out there. Most people in Bridgewater know what's going on, but we also have friends from surrounding communities who, want to be a part of this, which is great. It's great that Bridgewater can showcase its town, open up the doors to everybody, and really show what we're all about.
And you mentioned surrounding towns. I was looking at the fire department, which is just behind our production truck, and we had fire trucks from Rainham, West Bridgewater, East Bridgewater, Randolph, I believe. There's fire engines from everywhere, which is cool.
And it's a great way for them to build up their camaraderie as well. Bring in their friends. These are folks who may work mutual aid. They may be involved in some, events later on that they have to work together. So this is a great way today for them to all come, bring their families, everybody kind of hang out with each other, have some fun at a nice event. We count on these folks for being there when we need them, and sometimes it's not so great events. So this is a great opportunity today to have them come here and really be a part of some fun and enjoy themselves. And we also have to give a shout out to our volunteers with the BTV team who, are always there for the town and the community. And we get some new volunteers today helping us out as well. And that's awesome.
So I have to say, I'm pretty surprised you're here for the second straight year. I thought after last year working for the 4th of July, you'd find your way into the 4th of July Corvette. I'm pretty impressed you showed up out here again.
It's tough having so many so many responsibilities, but this is great because I can be here with you all and kind of keep an eye on the parade as well, run back and forth, and after a few frozen hot chocolates, I probably could use some laps running around the town. So it was a good benefit.
You made good time coming from Harrington to here.
Sure did.
Again, if people want to take part in the 4th of July and the fundraising efforts, there is a Facebook page, there is a website as well if they want to go ahead and donate while they're watching us on YouTube Live or if they're watching us on replay on BTV.
There is, and we have two websites, and we do link back and forth, but we have bridgewater4th.com, which is all about our arts and music festival, which Nora Tarr does an amazing job with that every year. She'll be down there at the quad, as we mentioned, until mid-afternoon. And then we have bridgewaterma4th.com, which will give the information on the parade and fireworks. We're all part of a big team. It's just it's more of a financial issue. That's why you see two sites. That's all taxes and other stuff that nobody cares about. But it's all part of one great event in our town, and we're really excited to have it and be able to bring it to everybody.
And again, if people aren't familiar with the Bridgewater fireworks, this is one of the best fireworks displays here in Massachusetts. You have the Pops, you have Plymouth, you have Bridgewater. I mean, when you're up there with the likes of Boston and Plymouth, that's pretty impressive, and it's a long fireworks show as well.
It is. It's we've been partners with Atlas Pyro for many years, and they do an amazing job. And the nice thing with Bridgewater is you can get the Boston feel without dealing with the Boston traffic. And you might sit in traffic, 15, 20 minutes here. Hopefully that's as long as you're at, versus sitting on 93 for a couple hours. So this is a much better option. I hear sirens not too far away, so I think we're getting close.
So I'm just going to get out of the way just in case.
Okay.
Plus we can claim our spot and give people the chance to move. I mean, we're the size of 4 Uncle Sams together.
We're our float, I think. We're the BTV float, Sean.
I've said the closest I came to a parade float was the Christmas festival in Brockton.
I like it. Well, we'll continue to enjoy the sounds of the Antiphonal Brass Society right there off to the distance. It's also a nice mix when you have a little antiphonal brass and a little siren action and kind of mix it all together. And in a minute here, folks aren't going to be able to hear us, and that's okay because they're going to hear a bunch of sirens, and we will pass the stage over. They are.
Once again, you're watching live coverage here on YouTube of the Bridgewater 4th of July Parade. If you're around the Bridgewater area, you can come on down to Bridgewater State until about 3 o'clock, Arts and Music Festival, and Legion Field starting at 4 o'clock. Carnival, fireworks, great food. A little something for everyone coming up later on here today.
You'll be happy to know, John, I've already run into my tiki bar dealer, so we'll be all set for tonight.
Wheeling and dealing like a true Uncle Sam.
Payola. That's what DJs are all about, Sean.
We're going to step aside for just a little bit as we have a bunch of fire trucks coming through. Enjoy the start of the parade, everyone. A whole bunch of fire trucks going through. I think we still have maybe half our hearing after those sirens.
Very impressive fleet coming through, though. I noticed some new trucks this year. Awesome, as our veterans come by. Always great to see our Veterans Council. Also our new leader this year with the Bridgewater VFW.
Veterans Council car being driven by Luigi Primavera.
And how about Tony Esposito on camera as well? Always part of the team. And Tony's been here longer than we have, John. He's a BTV staple.
Also a member of the board of directors, so
Yes.
responsible for you. So if you keep
That's
saying he's here for too long, you know.
That's true. That's very good. God bless anybody who's been responsible for me and is still here. That's a testament for sure.
So as we go through the floats here, we're going to have Tony tag along with us. So if we see a float and we have anyone coming out on a float, we'll kind of tag along here.
It's a plan. We should have I will say this is one of the larger parades we have this year. We've had a great turnout, a lot of some late entries who have come in, and we appreciate them for sure. And getting some more reputation for our VFW here coming down the route.
Definitely one of those days to celebrate, and here comes your group of people, Jeff.
Our fearless leaders in the Bridgewater 4th of July Committee with our shiny new banner this year.
That looks nice. From Bridgewater Print and Copy, it looks like.
In the true Mr. Bridgewater, Keith Buell, right there in the center. Our Freedom Jeep, one of these staples.
And they got Uncle Sam in the back seat.
I love it. You know, one thing we have cool there, if people have seen our T-shirts this year, John, they've noticed we have a little red truck on there, kind of symbolic of the old country town vision. And so we had a friend reach out to us who happened to own a little red truck, an antique red truck, and they offered to drive it in the parade. So this truck looks almost exactly like the truck that you'll see on the 4th of July T-shirts today, which was kind of a great addition. Fully restored antique truck, by the way.
The cool thing about the shirts every year is these are submissions, so people from Bridgewater and around Bridgewater will
They are,
end
yes.
up-
We have never had a commercially designed T-shirt. This has always been done by folks in town, by children in the school system. Same goes for our national anthem performance tonight at the gazebo, and also some patriotic music before that. We have folks who have offered their time free of charge, always usually town residents, who really help us out, and that's great. And another example of community support.
So I do see the town council, so I'm going to dart out here in the middle of a parade, which is always a good thing to do. I'll hop out here with Tony Esposito. Happy 4th, Tony. So as you can see here, we do have the council coming through, led by Susie Robinson, Kevin Perry. We got Mark Lindy, Sonia Striggles, Fred Chase as well.
A
So
great
I'm gonna
turnout.
So I'm going to do a little walk and talk, hopefully, and
All
see
right.
if I don't fall into a pothole.
All right, don't fall down.
Let's talk with Councilor Lindy here. Sure. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th. How are you?
So as a councilor, I'd imagine it's pretty cool to walk down here and see people 5 or 6 rows deep.
Oh, it's incredible. This is the best day in town.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of the parade
4th.
route,
Good
and
to
happy
see you.
4th. We'll see you later. Next up, we have the BCCR. We had Chris Del Monte, the police chief, right behind us, and the Mandela Washington Fellowship coming down here now.
Happy 4th. Happy 4th.
And Jeff, we said this is a cool day for everyone, and especially the parade participants coming through here. And if they're not from the Bridgewater area, it gives them a true appreciation for the spirit Bridgewater has.
It sure does. It's great to bring all of our communities together, and all of our neighbors, our scouts here walking by us right now. I know they're very excited to be a part of this as well. And look at our kids over here getting ready for some candy coming their way. A great parade tradition.
I thought that wasn't allowed for a while in the parade.
Well, you can walk and toss. You just can't throw off the floats. We don't want to get anybody injured. But
See-
walking and tossing is totally fine.
And walking and talking, that's good too.
What we want to know is, are they going to share any candy with Uncle Sam? I don't think so.
I don't think Uncle Sam needs any more candy.
Their space.
Pack 33, or 23 rather, coming in from West Bridgewater.
I don't want to block the view, John. Uncle Sam's going to take a knee. Actually, I probably shouldn't take a knee, John. That might be thought it as bad. So, and if I take 2 knees, I'm never going to get back up. So I'll just stand right here. How about it for our cheerleaders and Bridgewater girls softball as well, coming right behind them.
They actually have a softball tournament coming up in August, where they'll have teams from all around the area coming in here.
Big thanks to Simonelli and Lynch's and all of our tow truck drivers who have come today and brought their flatbeds for us, donating their time and allowing us to have these great floats as well.
And the water guns, too.
I appreciate a good water gun today.
What's the forecast looking like tonight there, Uncle Sam?
Well, you know, it's actually not a bad forecast at all. There's a little bit of cloudiness, but mainly upper, high-level clouds, so they should not bother our fireworks. There's an outside chance of a shower or two, but honestly, any organized rain looks like it'll be well after midnight. So if we get lucky, we won't see anything. If you do see something, 10, 15 minutes, not a big deal.
Here comes the road to kindergarten, led by the efforts of parents of George Mitchell Elementary School. Scared to say this, the class of 2037.
If that doesn't make you feel old, I'm not sure what will.
Well, we thought this, 12 years ago or something like that?
That's
we
true,
thought,
yeah.
well, the class of 2024, that's so far away. And it's always important for kids to kind of have an idea of their classmates before they get in the classroom. A lot of anxiety, I'd imagine, for students before that first day of school. This has been something that's been going on for years, the Road to Kindergarten program. Not a bad introduction. You have the 4th of July parade in the past. I know they've had days at Bridgewater State University hanging out with the football team and a little field day there that the football team and the school kids enjoy.
And they are still the Mitchell Monsters, which is great to see. Keeping up a great tradition here in Bridgewater.
Coming through here with a strong 4-float performance.
And we have quite a bit of students here, John. This is great to see.
Now remember this in 12 years when we're doing graduation, the class is about 500
Yes,
students.
yes, that's true.
We'll go back to this day and remember the 4 floats.
I'll get my water now.
Next up, we have America's Little Angels Preschool.
Very nice. Very nice patriotic float there. One of our committee members, Scott Curley, walking aside.
And I believe they're actually going to be performing a little bit later on tonight at the fireworks.
Part of our entertainment this evening.
And the aforementioned Corvette that a couple years ago you rode in, but this year got some different folks riding in it.
We're tag teaming. It's a nice looking Vet, part of our classic cars coming forward, and also our Jeeps, which again, as we mentioned at the top, a wonderful cause. These folks do some amazing things all year long. They do parades, they do fundraisers, they go to folks' houses, they cheer people up. Again, these are all volunteers who are here and give their time and raise money and have a lot of fun, too. There's some great camaraderie, which is awesome to see.
I mentioned the Cash Strong group that's going to be coming through here, I believe, in this parade. The Jeeps actually had an effort riding right by Cash's house.
They did, raising some money and raising some spirits as well, which was great to see. You'll see a lot of these Jeeps also are decorated. They've got lights. They've got patriotic decorations. They put a lot of time into their vehicles, and it's
Even got a
awesome to
snowman.
see. Yes, they do. Yeah.
Wouldn't mind some snow today.
Remember that in 6 months.
And I think a Jeep is probably the perfect summer vehicle.
I agree.
You got wind coming from the top, the sides.
Again, our awesome CERT team helping us out today, keeping our parade routes safe, and also our floats moving, which is important.
Yeah, it's I don't want to call it a tough route, but a unique route when you take that turn from, I believe it's Dean Street to Worcester Street. I was talking with one of the people that's going to be on the float coming up here, and they said that can be a dicey turn. You really have to measure that turn perfect.
And there's no turning back once you start it.
Literally.
OM Obedience coming through, one of our supporters. Great dog training program.
I have to imagine a pretty cool experience for the kids riding through here. Probably a better turnout than the Florida Panthers parade.
The one day of the year you can do this safely, right through the town.
Yeah, usually this is pretty quick for traffic coming through here.
That's true.
So I believe this is the 7-line project, right?
Yes, yes. Great group to join if you're looking for some time to spend. Again, they do an amazing job. They've got plenty of social media out there, ways to get involved. And they do stuff all year. And a new member of the 7-line team is Bigfoot, who's actually had a splash last night in the Randolph Parade.
Oh, you're talking about Gus for a
Bridgewater,
second.
Gus right here, too. My man Mags driving on there. Fellow graduate. And there he
comes
is.
Bigfoot right there.
Bigfoot's ready to go.
He is real, Jeff.
He is. He's announced his candidacy. If you're looking for an alternative in November, Bigfoot's running.
We'll just let that simmer for a second. I see a band coming up here, so that usually is Bluestone Bank. We're going to see if I'm right. Start calling out our shots.
Another great supporter of 4th of July events and many events in our community every year.
They do have 2 locations, one at Scotland Park and one actually here in the Common, the site of the first Bluestone Bank.
Nice.
Obviously, it's
local.
undergone some name changes, but still that is the first.
Always known as Bridgewater Savings Bank to the locals. Still the same community feel. And they have their band right with them as they do every year.
We can barely walk and talk. They're walking and playing music.
Very impressive, very impressive. Speaking of businesses supporting the community, we have our Bridgewater Business Association following right behind. And if you do have a local business in town and you're looking to get your name out there, connect with fellow leaders and make some friends and some camaraderie, the Bridgewater Business Association at bridgewaterbiz.biz is a great place to do it.
Also, usually put together the Christmas on the Common
They
events.
do, yes. Another great
Autumn
event down
Fest.
here. Yes. Autumn Fest coming up the last Saturday in September over at the Bridgewater State Quad. And Bridgewater's Christmas on the Common, typically the first Sunday in December.
believe that's Ben Ellis driving the truck.
Ben Ellis, always everybody's favorite tow driver right here in town. And how about the Plymouth County 4-H? It's exciting to see the 4-H still active, John. One of the great organizations, keep the kids busy in the summer and also doing some good things. And it makes the fairs and the festivals so much better, too, when they're still active. So that's great to see.
I was looking online, and they said that there's always something going on, which is really important, especially, in these days where, it's electronically driven society. And here we have the American Cancer Society of Greater South Shore. They actually had the Relay for Life a couple weeks ago. And coming up on July 20th, there's actually a special pickleball tournament at F45 Training South Shore Boston is presenting it. The pickleball tournament on July 20th is from 11 to 2 at Pickles in Hanover. For more info on that event, follow F45 Training South Shore Boston on Facebook.
They've made some great strides over the years for sure. And right behind them, Julie's Studio of Dance is finishing up their competition season. You see the competition team marching here today. They had another successful weekend of recitals here just recently and enjoying their summer, just take a break, and we're very appreciative that they're here with us today.
And getting set for the 20th year, I believe.
Hard to believe.
Over 2,000 square feet of dance floor space.
A lot of friends and family in that group, and they're having a ball. Another one of our classic cars, and how about our Barbie car coming down today? It's been a big year for Barbie.
We got any Barbie music tonight?
I think there's probably a few on there.
All right.
Certainly made some money for Dua Lipa this year, that's for sure.
Got Mike's Quality Auto Repair and Fireworks Circle here in Bridgewater.
Behind them, our friends at the Bridgewater Senior Center and our CARES Transit van. Also co-sponsored by our good friend Tommy Arrighi and A&A Metro, great supporters of the community.
Obviously, I have another job besides here at BTV, and at that job, I see that van go back and forth carrying people to do their food shopping, which is always important and good to see people helping out.
How about Momentum Realty in our parade? If you're Dan Lamoureux, who's a great friend of the community, and if you're looking to buy and sell, give him a call. Dan also runs some 5K events in town, some fundraisers for the community throughout the year. A great community supporter. Looks like right behind him we have our friends at Central Square, Congregational, and Hanson's Farm, who's brought out their tractor. I'm guessing Hanson's might be a popular place for some ice cream today and tomorrow right into the weekend.
Really good peanut butter sundae there.
That's true.
I mean, there's really no such thing as bad ice cream.
And right behind there we have a former town councilor, selectman, BTV host, and now candidate for state representative, Dennis Gallagher, and Congressman Bill Keating walking right behind.
We actually saw Congressman Keating, I believe, here for the dam opening a couple months ago.
It's been an exciting year in the town of Bridgewater, and I understand a lot more coming up here in the new year. And if you're looking for a colder beverage today, how about the Girls Brewery right here, based in Bridgewater? Owned and operated since 2022. Another success story for some local business.
You can find out more on them, including a cookbook that they have that involves cooking with beer. Visit thegirlsbrewery.com.
How about it for Bridgewater Youth Soccer, always having a successful season, and some of our all-star players here.
The U12 boys team took home the White Division crown in the 32nd annual Bridgewater Challenge Cup a couple weeks ago. And registration is open for pre-K through grade 9 if you want to sign your child up for Recreation League Soccer. It's open now through August 23rd at BridgewaterYouthSoccer.com.
Challenge Cup annually brings teams in from across the region, some teams from out of state. They've been doing that for a long time. A lot of volunteers required to do that effort, and we appreciate them.
So I see the Black Cat truck coming up. We're going to talk to someone in there, hopefully. I have to pick the right window. If not, it's going to be all for naught. Black had a big part in some of the festivals that we've actually had outside of our studio, thanks to Fire for Effect Foundation, cleaning out all the trees and everything. Also the host of Bridgewater Music Alley.
Speaking of which, there'll be a part of two big events coming up in our parking lot here next weekend for folks watching if you're local. Both on July 13th and 14th. We'll have the Brew Fest at the BTV parking lot on July 13th and Country Fest on the 14th. So make sure you check that out.
And I picked the wrong window because we have Paul from Black Hat right on the other side of the truck.
Well, we can walk forward.
We probably can, but it's on the other side. That's a very long trip. So I'm going to have Tony follow me actually for a second. We'll see if we can grab Paul from Black Cat. Very popular guy handing out freeze pops. Happy 4th of July, sir.
Hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. What's up, John? How are you?
So we were talking about you're a big part of this community with the festivals you're holding at Black Hat Brew Works. Talk about what you have coming up. I know we got Big Day coming up on Saturday.
We've got Brewfest, South Shore Farmer Brewfest, happening this Saturday from 12 to 5 down at 80 Spring Street. We've got Country Fest happening Sunday, July 14th from 12 to 6 with some amazing artists, food trucks, beer. It's going to be an amazing day. Not unlike today, which is my favorite day in Bridgewater every single year.
All right, have fun handing out those freeze pops. Happy 4th. So we got Country Fest and Brew Fest coming up next weekend. Saturday, July 13th is Brew Fest and Country Fest on July 14th. That's a Sunday. A lot of great things coming up in our parking lot. We have a 2-day music festival that's being planned out right now. I thought you went all the way with the Uncle Sam outfit. I mean, Peter Larnars has it beat.
This is impressive right here. Bridgewater Republican Town Committee. Great to see. How about?
George Washington wants to wish everyone a happy 4th.
I thought my costume was good, but this is impressive.
Yeah, you don't have a cape.
Well done. Peter Linares, BTV host and active community member. Appreciate having him here today.
Sandra Wright coming out.
Sandra Wright, also our candidate for state representative this year, and Sandra's always been active in the community. Shout out to some of our DJs here, fellow DJs in our parade today. We just mix in Cool in the Game and Lizzo. That was very impressive. And DJ Rosie Rose.
Do you know any DJs?
I know a few. And Rosie, of course, a longtime phys ed teacher at Southbrook School back in the day. And DJ Rosie Rose, part of our Cash Strawn team, and we really appreciate all of them as well being here.
Cash just finishing up chemotherapy, which is great to see. And here comes the Bridgewater Badgers truck, and I was mentioning I talked to someone about the float making that turn. It was on this float, so looks like they made the turn.
They've successfully made it down. Badgers, another banner season. Seems like they just have one championship after another every year, and a great feeder program. I know a lot of other communities who are jealous that they don't have the program that the Badgers have, and it really does make a difference right on up through the high school and college level.
Saw one of the coaches, Justin Roberts, coming through, owner of Champions Barber Shop on Spring Street. Ironically enough, a couple doors down from us.
Well, that's a great point, John. You know, a lot of the coaches, staff, the assistants, all of the folks working the snack shacks, and they're all volunteers. You know, they all give their time. They give many of their weekends. It's a great effort. It takes a lot, and I know these kids really appreciate it, and we appreciate them.
I'm doing surveying here. I'm seeing lollipops, no Reese's though.
We appreciate the lollipops.
I see Reese's or cookies and cream Hershey's. I'm making the dive into the parade route.
Did I see Paul passing out some freeze pops? That's a hit today.
That's how you get the people on your side.
That's true. Did you have one? Was there anything in the freeze pops? Or
No.
Okay, all right. Very good, check. Our invisible heroes here coming across now. Appreciate having them every year. All part of many of our community events. They're also here with Christmas on the Common in December. And how about it for our district champion Little League players here? District 7 champs.
8 to 10 and 9 to 11-year-olds winning their District 7 championships. One of them actually came last night, so not a bad 24 hours. You win a championship, you march in the parade.
March in the parade, there you go.
Here comes the rest of the Little League players here for Bridgewater. And they play baseball right where we'll be in a few hours, Jeff, down at Legion Field.
Absolutely. Keeping the fields active.
And we have Clydesdales, and as I called it, making the turn into Central Square. We just won't take that camera shot.
Well, this is a great addition to the parade this year. Mia's Stables, featuring our Clydesdales. It's great to have them. Beautiful horses.
And this is good preparation for a parade. They actually have someone in the street sweeping this all up, so clean up your mess. Lesson of the day. Lesson for tonight?
That's true.
It out there?
Yes. Bring a small little bag with you. We have plenty of trash boxes. You know, that's an important point, Sean. We do have the support of the Bridgewater House of Corrections, and they will be helping us out as they do every year, Department of Corrections tomorrow morning. And but again, any work that folks can do to help us out to keep our fields as clean as possible, we really do appreciate that. How about a shiny new bus here from Lucini Transportation coming ahead? Well, that's not a bad bus to take a trip on, John.
Especially on a warm, sticky day. Looks like it has some nice air conditioning in there.
A few TVs, I'm guessing. Long-time staple of the Bridgewater and West Bridgewater communities for many years.
And I'm seeing Cirque Cross, which means I believe we have hit the conclusion of the parade. So I think it's safe to walk back out and kind of appreciate what we saw, because as you mentioned, this is probably one of the larger parades we've had.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout, and it's great to see. It's very helpful for us, and it's great for the community, and just a great way to kick off the day. And now folks will enjoy our arts festival. Some will go home, enjoy a little barbecue, and come on down to Legion Field this afternoon.
We mentioned earlier about the fundraising that goes into this, and we'd be remiss if we didn't bring up a focal point of the fundraising efforts, and that's Barrett's Ale House really coming through in a big way for you guys.
Well, Mike Barrett reached out to us early in the spring, and he said he really appreciated the community, and his words really were, it's not fair that such a small group have to raise so much money for such a large event, but we really do enjoy it, and we appreciate the help, and the Barrett's team's been amazing with us. They've given 20% of their proceeds every Monday from Patriots Day through just last week, and they also did a golf tournament for us, which raised $7,000 in one day. So at the end of it, all total, they brought in close to $20,000 for this event, and it's been amazing. But again, we want to thank all of the businesses, all of the supporters that have been a part of this and continue to be a part of it. As we mentioned, we'll have our event today, and then planning for next year begins tomorrow. And so, we want to try to raise as much money as we can to have a starter account for next year's event to get the deposits down, and 100% of it, goes to this event. So, that's great. And we hope to be able to do this as many years as we can.
And we want to let people know that we are going to be at the fireworks. We'll be inside the gazebo playing the music and everything.
We will.
If you're watching this and you're going to be at the fireworks and you want to donate to the fundraising efforts, we'll bring out little cards with us with the QR code, because it's as simple as that with some of these signs that are in town. You scan the QR code,
that's it,
make a donation, and you're helping out for the fireworks in 2025.
We'll have posters, we'll have banners at Legion Field as well, and anywhere you can do that, it's greatly appreciated.
All right, so that'll do it for us here at the parade. I want to thank you all for watching us live on YouTube. Don't forget the Arts and Music Festival taking place right now at Bridgewater Stage Point and Quad. And we'll see you at Legion Field coming up at 4 o'clock. And the fireworks, they start at 9:30. Have a great day, everyone.